Yes, what's going on, big people? It is your boy Liam New has a brand new video here tonight. How are we all doing? I'm feeling good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Just come off the back of another win on Sunday. I've now won my last 4 boxing matches, which feels incredible. Sorry, it's a bit late, so I'm trying not to speak too loud, but I'm hoping obviously you guys can still hear me. But yeah, been boxing. Got back at DFC 9. Won in the rematch against Danny Cook, and with 4 wins, 3 DFC wins, and also the win I got in Scunthorpe as well, which was last month. And yeah, we're on a lovely roll. But what I want to talk about today, guys, is I think that losing can be one of the greatest assets in your life. And I do want to kind of relate back to my boxing journey, but I guess I want to hope this also kind of gets across to you guys, and you guys kind of get the core message of what I'm trying to say. So people will look at myself now, whether like things are looking really good. You've got 2 title fights, which I do have 2 title fights coming up. One coming up in October, which I think is just turned the 1st October now. So the 18th October, I've got my first title fight on a brand new show called Rage in the Cage, in my hometown. And yeah, there's a title on the line. That's exciting. And then in December, I've got a big fight on a Simply Match show at the same venue, and that's going to be for a title against a guy who's got a title that's recognised across kind of all of this kind of white collar unlicensed scene. It's not just a title, it's not just a belt. So yeah, 2 massive opportunities to be, like say, in the main event, to be fighting for a title. I've not got a single title yet. I've been fighting for like 13, 14 fights now. I don't have a title. But going back to the title of the video, Lose Me Your Main Asset, what a lot of people don't get is that I've already fought 3 times for a belt. I've had 3 fights where I was competing for a belt. 1 in DFC, 2 back at home. I lost all 3 times. I've had to sit with that feeling of getting hyped up, selling a fight, selling an opportunity, getting my people, my family hyped up, just starting to dream and have that crush down on me. I've been through that 3 times, and it's tough. It's dark. You think, where did it go wrong? People start questioning you. They're like, how can you keep inviting us out to shows? Especially if you get beaten badly. Like, yeah, and everyone's just like, is boxing even for you? Like, are you taking this seriously? All them questions are keeping around, and you have to then question yourself. It's like, are you willing to go back to the drawing board? Are you willing to go back and work twice as hard? Are you willing to accept that the barrier to get across to the thing you want is higher than you first expected? These are internal questions you have to ask yourself. And in terms of myself, I've had to go away and ask those questions. And I'd ask, do I just stop boxing, or do I keep going? And as you can tell, as I talk my current situation, since the last time I lost, so I fought for a belt at the start of this year. It was my first fight this year, against Tony Draper, and I lost that fight. And it's annoying because I thought I trained quite well for it, but on the night I kind of just didn't perform how I should have performed. And he did his thing and he won. It was fair enough. He deserved it, honestly. But after that fight, the 3rd time losing a title fight, I've had 4 fights since, 4 wins. The first of those wins came 3 weeks after that Tony fight, when everyone was doubting me. Everyone was like, we paid for you in a good event. We watched hours of boxing to watch you fight, and you didn't perform until the last round. Like, everyone was so disappointed in me. Everyone was like, what are you doing? And that's when I turned up and I put on a performance, and I dropped a guy twice, and I won a fight. Since then, I've gone on. I won 2 fights at DFC. Since then, I've won a fight. I went my first away fight. Went up north to Scunthorpe, fought a guy who was an amateur champion. Like, granted, he was out of camp. He didn't come back for like 2 weeks. He had been training for a couple of years, so he wasn't like as sharp as he would But the guy hit hard. He knew how to fight. I got across the line and beat him. And yeah, so this is what I'm saying. It's like I went through that time. I went through when it was tough, when everyone was questioning me. And I said, I'm going to do this. Locked in, got in with a camp, trusted them, started turning up every week without fail. I've not missed a week literally since about March, and we're now in October. I've not missed a single week of training since then. Every Wednesday I've turned up, and there's been times where I felt a bit ill, times I felt off, times I felt sorry for myself, maybe I felt a bit full from eating lunch like an hour before. I still turned up, learned something from each and every session, and it showed in the results. 4 wins, and like I say, I've been in 2 main events and not won, and I know that feeling, pressing feeling. I know what it's like, placing the league. So I've kind of grown up in that, like not playing for a games where you should have won and you lose last minute. I've felt these feelings. I know what it's like to lose. It's not nice, but you learn what the level is. You learn what the activation energy is. You learn what you need to get over the other side. So now when I look towards my future, and I think when you guys look towards your future, especially when you've lost, you kind of realize, oh, that's the level. When you lose to someone or something and you realize, oh, that's what I need to do to get over the line. Oh, this is where I fell short. This is where my training fell short, where my preparation fell short. You realize that, yeah, if I'm going to go again next time, I have to up it. Otherwise, like, it's just not going to work. Like, there's very rare in life that, like, you get to try something, it doesn't work, and you get to put in less effort and it goes right. Like, more time than not, you need to put in more effort than you did last time. And I think it's one of the things you raise naturally, but then it's one of the things you have to put in your head. You have to be on it. You have to force yourself to do stuff you don't want to do, man. Like, I started this long run challenge back in January, and I've been doing it once a month, and there's times where, like, I'm not been running for 3 weeks, which is crazy. But then I'm like, let's go run 25 kilometers, 30 kilometers for a run, and I'll go out and do it because I know what I'm trying to get to. I know where the end goal is, and I know what's needed, and I know I don't want to go back to that losing feeling. So that's where I'm at. 2 fights left in my hometown. I've won 4 fights. 4 fights in a row. It's a crazy feeling. I've won 4 fights in a row. I've got 2 more left. If I win these 2 fights, I can say 6 fights undefeated, 2 belts. That is going to be genuinely tremendous. I can't wait for that feeling. And then we go into next year. If I do that, go back onto DFC, go back in for that heavyweight title, and then try and win that. And then if I could hold those 3 belts, I might just be done. Like, there might be a point where I'm just like, yeah, you know what, I'll relinquish it. You know what, I've learned what I need to do in boxing. I improved my life, and I'm ready to chase something different. But I've got something to prove that I can get to that top level. And I think for a lot of people who follow me, who've seen me from the start, who saw me when I couldn't really box like that, who saw me lose quite convincingly, who saw me lose in main events, for you guys to then see someone win 400 bounce, 500 bounce, win a title, that is, I think, when I talk about providing motivation from the trenches, I think, yeah, why not see me run half a marathon every month or a marathon? I've got some big runs left to do, October, November, December, 3 big runs left. We've done 9 runs so far. We've got another 3 to go. Yeah, losing is a massive asset because without loss, sometimes you just don't know how big that hurdle is. But once you've been there and you've been stopped by that hurdle, you know how to get over it. And I think the game becomes so much easier. Like, it unlocks. And that's the thing. Like, I think about my opponent in December, thinking he's been out the ring for 2 years, but I think he only ever lost once. All he's known is winning, success. He doesn't know the pressure. He hasn't fought in 2 years, and he's looking to get into it, and he's just like, it's just like the old days when he's a different size. The game's changed. He's got older, and whilst he's been away, I've been in his main events. I've lost it. I've understood. I've come back. I've won fights. So for him to come back and be like, he'll start in the exact same place, to go on the exact same run. Life, man, life can change. Things can change. New eras begin. I'm not going to talk too much yet on that fight because there's still a big fight October 18th. But just know, it's championship season, and I'm going to do everything I can to get over the line in these next 2 fights. Everything I can, because I know the cost of failure. I know the price to pay to get over the line. So that's what I'm working on. But much love, guys. Hopefully, even if you guys don't really necessarily follow kind of my boxing journey or anything, I hope you guys take away the main point that, like, losing can be a great thing. Honestly, I think it's benefited myself so much. I don't think I'd be the same person without it. I think if everything went right, I think I'd probably be living a very destructive life, a very dopamine-filled, like, saturated life. Like, imagine you had everything you wanted. Just every decision went right. You had money. You had the relationships around you. Every person you wanted to connect with, you could just connect with. Like, it would feel basically empty. I think the struggles we go through really make the character and really make the life. And yeah, I've had my struggles. I've also had ups and downs, and I think that is the beauty of life. Much love. I'll speak to you soon. It is late. I want to get a video out before I go to bed. I've been to the gym. I didn't even like gym like that, but I thought, let's get up and get out. Man, it's championship season. I was in my room about 10 o'clock. I've been to work. Come back, eat some food. Obviously trying to take his stuff in around the fight and stuff like that. How I fought on Sunday. And then I was like, let's just get to it, man. Like, I had these clothes on, and I was just like, it's a waste of time if I don't go. So I went up, did 20 minutes on the treadmill, did like a good arm workout as well. Finished off with some shadow boxing. Did like 3 rounds, 2 minutes. Like, mate, I'm just working. Got training tomorrow, and it didn't matter. Still wanting to put training tonight because it's different. It's a different energy to get to the championship level, and I'm willing to put it all in to get across the line. But yeah, much love. Speak to you soon. I'm so tired. It's like 1 AM. See you later.